What's going on, guys? So I apologize if I sound sick. I guess I have a cold or something. But I wanted to talk about what my kind of wish list is for Season 6 of Halo Infinite. First thing is bring Covenant, Banished, and Forerunner weapons into the weapon bench. Being able to customize them, adding any type of armor coatings and stuff to them, charms and everything like that. I still think that it's kind of crazy that we're this far into the game's life cycle and we still don't have the ability of seeing anything with Covenant weapons, which leads me on to the second thing, which is bringing the Covenant vehicles into the vehicle bay to do the exact same thing. Customize those vehicles and just kind of add those armor coatings and stuff to them, which could also add more stuff into the battle passes where we can take certain skins, they can customize skins specifically for Covenant stuff, and it just adds one extra thing that they can put into these battle passes and the stores and stuff like that for us to be able to buy or to get as a reward. So I think bringing in Banished and Covenant and Forerunner stuff into the weapon bench and the vehicle bay is gonna be pretty nice if they do that. The third thing is to bring in some of the older weapons for UNSC and Covenant from previous Halo games. So this can be something like the Covenant's Carbine, which is by far my favorite weapon really to use with Covenant. And then with the UNSC, you could do something like the SMGs, which brings me to number 4, which is bringing back dual wielding. Now, I know that you don't want to have everything coming from some of the older games coming into the newer games, but I think dual wielding would be an interesting kind of mechanic to still have inside of Halo. You don't have to always use it, but having that as a feature, even if it's something that can be toggled on and off if someone wants to make it for something in Forge, I think just giving them that option is going to kind of add some extra fun gameplay. So bringing dual wielding back is something I would like to see. Number 5 is to add more AI models and AI voices. I'm still kind of surprised that we haven't done this yet, because you could try to get voices from characters from like Red vs. Blue, you could do Sergeant Johnson, you could do Keys, you can even do Ron Brown. If you guys watched the championship for the Halo Championship series when they were doing the community stage, when they were showing off the 2 maps in Season 5, the dude was freaking hilarious.
Hey. No scopes, mouse and keyboard in the armor. Hey, friend. This game way too close for you to be talking smack right now. What I'm saying is my team in it to win it. Oh, that's what I'm talking about. Don't let them come up with that energy sword. Take them out the game, out the frame. That's what I'm talking about, baby. Hey, don't worry. You know you're not supposed to blow up everybody with the rocket launcher. Just the opponents. Oh, you know what, team? I'm sorry. I let y'all missing my inspiration. And I went over there to heckle. That's my baby. I'm going to support the team from now on. Here we go.
And I would love to have him as an AI. That would be freaking sick. But you can also do stuff like grunts, the prophets, Forerunner voices. The list goes on so many different possibilities that you can do. And personally, I would prefer to have this to be in the battle pass so that you can obtain it by playing. But they'll probably throw these type of things into the store, which people are still going to buy it if it's a voice that they really want. So number 6, rework the multiplayer menu a little bit more. Now, I know they did a good update for the entire layout of things with Season 5, and this can be a little bit more of a nitpick, but I feel like instead of having a giant laundry list of all the playlists when you hit multiplayer, I think if they kind of sorted things out a little bit better, like having ranked be its own thing, featured have its own thing, social having its own social playlist, and then having those lists be alphabetical, make it a little bit easier for people to find what they're looking for. I just think that would be easier. I understand from a UX perspective that you want to have less button clicks to be able to get to your objective, and by adding these extra playlists or extra areas to put the playlists into, it requires an additional click or additional movement. So again, I understand from the UX perspective why they might not even go about it and why they have everything in just one place. But from an organizational standpoint, having things organized, I think it would be better to have it like that, like we've had in previous Halos. Now, for those of you who enjoyed the campaign, I feel like since we don't really have a campaign team anymore, it's going to be unlikely that these last 2 points are really going to get much love. So with number 7, I feel like we can have campaign still kind of get played a little bit here by having daily and weekly challenges for campaign specifically. So you'll have challenges like your daily and weekly for multiplayer, and then you'll have your daily and weekly challenges for campaign. I think that would be a nice addition, even if they don't add any more content for the campaign or anything like that, but still giving people a reason to boot up the campaign and get in there and play it and stuff like that. Now this last one is a take on how Destiny 2 has done it. You would go in the campaign and you would explore abandoned Forerunner structures. So you would take on enemies, fight something big, or you just fight through like really strong enemies. So maybe they're on like heroic or legendary level, depending on how they want to set it up. But at the very end, you'll then collect a terminal log. So if you guys ever played the Halo CEA back on the 360 days, they had terminals in different parts of the campaign missions. And this would kind of expand a little bit more into the lore. And I think this would be interesting if we had terminal logs in Halo Infinite. That way it could expand into that lore a bit more about the abandoned sector. And then you would also get rewards like it could be an armor coating, armor piece, could be a charm, a nameplate, some XP. They can really go any way they want with it in terms of what you could get as a reward. And again, I think this is a great way for people to get back into the campaign and enjoy the campaign that is made. And this last bit though, number 8, about the lost sectors or the abandoned sectors for Forerunner stuff, this would actually require probably a good amount of people to really kind of like make something for this. I don't think we even have a campaign team anymore with the layoffs that they had with the team and everything like that. And I don't know if this would work, but maybe they could take this idea. If 343, if you're listening to this, maybe you guys can take this idea and bring it into the next Halo game that we get, or maybe this could be something down the line. But I think this would be a very interesting way to give something to the people who enjoy the campaign, and then you also have a bunch of stuff that you can give to the people who enjoy the multiplayer. So this is just kind of my little wish list. I wanted to share with you guys. I wanted to hear your opinion. What you like, what you don't like, what you would take away from this list that you think is just nonsense, or what you would add to the list. So let's have the conversation in the comments below. But if you enjoyed this video, make sure you subscribe for more, and I'll see you guys in the next one.